Holding refers to the moment when you hold your baby in your arms. This method can also be used when you transfer your baby for kangaroo care and when you take your baby to rock him or her. Because of the immaturity of their sense of balance, premature babies are generally less tolerant to movement, mostly transfers between positions. A sick-term baby may also have difficulty tolerating transfers due to health problems. Babies admitted to the neonatal unit need help to feel safe while transferring between positions, as position changes occur in suspension in the air and not in an aquatic environment such as the womb. The steps to holding. Before, tell your baby that you are about to touch him or her if he or she tolerates the stimulation, of course. You prepare him or her for your presence and avoid a startle response. Prepare the environment. Either remove the positioning aids or the rolls that are in the incubator or the cot. Charlie's mom takes the time to talk to her and gently removes the positioning rolls around her. For the roll near her body, she takes care to group her in the fetal position while guiding her with her voice. On several occasions, she looks down at her and observes her reaction. She gives her a pacifier in order to help Charlie regain her calm. During. The main principles of holding are facilitated tucking in the fetal position, swaddling and lifting, and applying one stimulation at a time. Facilitated tucking in the fetal position. To move your baby in order to hold him or her, use facilitated tucking in the fetal position. This method allows you to maintain a slight pressure and contact with the entire body of your baby, as the amniotic fluid did. It also allows to keep him or her in the fetal position, a position that's reassuring for him or her. Finally, it also helps to avoid any lifting in the air. This lifting can negatively stimulate his or her sense of balance, which is still immature. For more information, see Leaflet 8. Swaddling and lifting. To make your baby feel safe while holding, cradle your baby with your hands to keep him or her in the fetal position. Arms and legs bent, hands close to the mouth, head aligned with the body and slightly bent forward. You can place one hand on his or her buttocks, which is called the region of the sacrum, and the other hand behind the head, between the two ears, a region called the occiput. This will make it easier for you to keep him or her in the fetal position. When you are ready to lift your baby, lean towards him or her to keep the duration of the suspension in the air as short as possible. In other words, lean in as close as possible towards your baby before lifting, in order to reduce the distance between both of you. Hold your baby in the fetal position and bring him or her against your chest. This will transfer your baby's weight to you. Your body also offers a reassuring presence and a containing contact. Thus, tucked against you, your baby will better tolerate changes in position. Mommy takes the time to keep Charlie on herself and to watch her reactions to make sure she tolerates lifting. You can also use a blanket previously placed under your baby. In this case, a blanket is given to the mother to offer additional support to Charlie. In both cases, the fact that the back of the body is covered by the blanket provides a greater sense of security while lifting and holding. Afterwards, Charlie's mom moves slowly back towards the chair to ensure that her daughter tolerates the move. Remember that the more immature and the sicker the baby, the slower the movements should be. The transfer can also be done while the baby is placed on his or her side. This position is useful when you plan to rock your baby. If possible, avoid placing your fingers at the back of the neck when picking up your baby, as this can cause the baby's head to tilt back slightly and arms and legs to extend. A hand placed behind his or her head between the two ears promotes the bending forward and the maintenance of the fetal position. One stimulation at a time. Once you are settled into the chair, rocking chair, or zero gravity chair, take a moment to give your baby time to recover. Usually, it takes 2 to 5 minutes to see if the baby has tolerated the transfer. If your baby is showing signs of stress, for example changes in his or her vital signs, do not hesitate to apply the soothing methods described in leaflet number 6, in order to give him or her time to reorganize. If he or she doesn't show signs of stress, you can start humming a soft song or talking to him or her. If you're in rocking chair, you can try to rock your baby, but always be attentive to his or her reactions and behaviors. Watch your baby for a few minutes to see if he or she tolerates each of the new stimulations. The more mature and stable your baby is, the better he or she will tolerate simultaneous stimulation. Remember that tapping, superficial brushing, and light rubbing are stimuli that did not exist in the mother's womb and are more difficult to tolerate for premature or sick full-term babies. After. Apply the same principles to return your baby to his or her crib or incubator. Take the time to tell your baby that holding is over, if he or she tolerates it, of course. Be sure to apply the soothing methods for the next few minutes to give him or her time to reorganize and fall asleep slowly. Remove your hands gradually so that your baby still feels your touch as he or she relaxes and falls asleep. After the transition from incubator to crib, your baby's condition will likely be more stable and he or she will better tolerate being held and rocked. These two acts may even help your baby fall asleep, feel more secure, more calm, help console him or herself, or simply have a nice time with you, his or her parent.